Good evening and welcome into the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. This is the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show presented by J&J Truck and Auto Body. For the highest quality work and hassle-free customer service, let J&J take away your stress. That's J&J Truck and Auto Body on East Philadelphia Street in Rapid City. The Hardhats and Harrisburg set to do battle for their first game here at the 2022 South Dakota American Legion State and Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. And both these two teams playing in their first game here today. Harrisburg, the 7th seed in this tournament, and the Rapid City Post-22 Hardhats, your 2 seed here in the tournament. A quick rundown of how the day has fared so far. It was a great game to start off on this senior tournament. Brookings and Pierre, the number 1 against the number 8. Brookings was the number 1 seed, and Pierre led almost the entire game 5-0. And Brookings post 74 came all the way back and needed 8 innings. They ended up walking off Pierre post 8 in 8 innings, 6-5, the final score in game 1. So Brookings moves on to face Sioux Falls East. They've played against Brandon Valley here this afternoon, the game before this one. And Sioux Falls East, big winners. The 5 seed over the 4 seed, 14-2. Sioux Falls East over Brandon Valley post 131. So Brookings and Sioux Falls East play tomorrow at 4 p.m. With the winner of this game, they will face Mitchell post 18, the 3 seed. The 3 seed took on Rapid City post 320, the second game of the day, and defeated the Stars 4-1. And they move on to take on the winner of this game tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So look at all the games for tomorrow. The 10 a.m. game will be Pierre against the loser of this game. Actually, Pierre against Brandon Valley. And it'll be the loser of this game taking on 320. In the loser's bracket, Brookings and Sioux Falls East at 4 p.m. And Mitchell and the winner of this game at 7 p.m. All those times Mountain Time. Starting lineups being announced on the field. So let's set today's starting lineups built by and Connect Home Center. Whether it's residential or commercial, Connect Home Center has been your hometown lumberyard since 1928. For the visiting Harrisburg Post 45, it's Lincoln Carlson, the second baseman, to lead things off. The catcher, Timon Long, bats second, followed by Noah Boshi, the designated hitter. He bats third. Jack Sutton, the cleanup spot. He plays left field defensively. And the right fielder, Carter Barenfuss, bats fifth. Maddox Schur, the third baseman, bats sixth. Palmer Boyd, the first baseman, seventh. Max Carlson, the center fielder, eighth. And Taylor Klein, the shortstop, ninth for Harrisburg Post 45. The 7th seed taking on the 2 seed. And that's the Post 22 Hardhats, the host here for the 2022 South Dakota State Tournament. And the Hardhats send Zeke Farley to the plate first. He's the designated hitter. Amarian Saylor, the left fielder, bats second, followed by Wyatt Anderson, the third baseman, in that 3 spot. Harrison Good bats cleanup. He's playing right field defensively. Dylan Marsh, the second baseman, bats fifth. Alex Dietrich, the first baseman, sixth. Jed Jensen, the center fielder, seventh. Jake Solano does the catching. He will bat eighth. And Wilson Kiefer, the shortstop, bats ninth for the Hardhats. Just about set for baseball here in the final game of day 1 here at the state tournament. Of course, the winner of this state tournament goes on to play in the Central Plains Regional. That starts on August 3rd. The Hardhats of Post 22 will automatically be in that Central Plains Regional Tournament. because they host that as well. Teams from Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, all coming in. North Dakota as well, all coming into Rapid City for that Central Plains Regional. Try and punch their ticket to Shelby, North Carolina, and the World Series. That starts August 3rd. The Hardhats enter today at 36-23 on the season, post 45, 17-15. Now the Hardhats have played a few more games than Harrisburg has. These two teams have not met this season just yet. We'll have these two teams read and recite the code of conduct, our national anthem being sung, and we'll be back for baseball in just a few moments right here on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City.
Whatever it is, J&J Truck and Auto Body can take care of it. They are a PCG certified and high-car gold class shop with ASE certified technicians. Plus, they work with your insurance company, saving you time. J&J Truck and Auto Body, 1513 in Philadelphia. For nearly 100 years, Kinetics has been providing know-how and materials to help their needs partnerships with builders, homeowners, and contractors. Connect Home Centers have impacted our community, making them stronger and safer through support of local organizations and neighborhood beautification projects, improving the quality of life for others is important to us. We are Connect Home Center, your hometown lumberyard lending company, building our communities since 1928. Get away from it all in the great outdoors for lasting family memories with a new or pre-owned RV and the quality recreational vehicle, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. Our large inventory of fifth wheelers, travel trailers, toy haulers, and horse trailers allows us to save our customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Stop by and see us at Neighborhood Discount RV, 3330 East Mall Drive across from Cabela's and on JD Road, Blackhawk. KIMM, Rapid City, and
Members are Brian Selba,
White Hills, Sports
Commander,
106.7 FM and 1150
Gary
AM.
Stanley,
Sports, Rapid City.
Chet Westman,
Brian from Anytime Autos.
and Kyle Schauble.
Another new product in your arsenal? You know it. We're proud to feature the Bushwhackers and the Bushwhacker Plus.
Please rise as we honor America and
Thanks for the buck. There's nothing out
respect
there
our
like
great
the
country.
Bushwhacker teardrop.
Please remain standing until the colors have been retired.
Options for their size.
You rely on all in attendance to proper respect is to remove your hammer cap and attention and face the flag with your right hand over your heart.
Gotta be kidding. It's unbelievable. Totally self-contained off-road suspension campers that come with new floor plans and in 3 different sizes. Ready for boondocking or campground, and they're even solar ready too. You just gotta check them out. These Bushwhacker teardrops. These are so perfect for where we live. It's time for all adventure junkies to head for the hills and do it in affordable comfort. Now at Anytime Auto Sales. They're like nothing you've ever seen before. See anytime.com, and as always at the corner of Highway 79 in East Minnesota. Physical therapy, athletic training, and sports science all in one place.
To perform the national anthem tonight, please welcome Angie Sebo.
Physio offers the skilled, personalized approach to physical therapy and athletic training. Building the best athletes in the Black Hills as the official strength and conditioning provider for Stevens Central and the Rapid City Rush. Learn more at bhphysio.com.
Never too early for Christmas. Visit White Anderson of South Dakota's Christmas in July sale just got me in the mood.
Window sale started all this.
It's not just any window sale. It's White Anderson's best offer of the year.
Okay. Settle down. I'll get the ladder, and we'll get started hanging on. Renew White Anderson's Christmas in July sale. 20% off every window and door, and no money, no payment. No interest for 18 months with approved credit. This means no payments until 2023. Hurry, the holiday savings end August 15th. Hassle-free, energy-efficient, low-maintenance windows with a professional fit. Renewal by Anderson uses Cyrex windows, keeping your home cooler in the summer, warmer in winter, and reduces your energy bill. They only do windows. They're experts. No stuff. Whether you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just want to continue your active lifestyle, the orthopedic experts at Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center will help you stay in the game. Don't let an injury keep you from doing the things you love. Trust the team at Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center, specializing in what moves you. Learn more at bhosc.com.
You're listening to Post 22 Baseball on 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and streaming at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth, Sales Service and Recreation. This is the continuation of the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show presented by J&J Truck and Auto Body. Our colors being retired as we speak on the field, and that means baseball is on the horizon here this evening. Once again, Rapid City Post 22, the 2 seed against the 7 seed Harrisburg Post 45. And getting set for baseball here tonight. Two starting pitchers for tonight's matchup. For Post 22, he will take the mound first. And it's Palmer Jacobs. Give you his numbers. Palmer Jacobs, 71 1/3 innings on the season, over 15 appearances. This is his 12th start, 16th appearance overall, a 7-4 record, 1 save and 1 opportunity, 64 hits, 36 runs, 31 earned runs, 65 strikeouts to 29 walks, and an even 3 ERA for Palmer Jacobs. The Mount Marty commits and just received a scholarship from Post 22 prior to the ball game as well. Excellent young man, Palmer Jacobs. On the other side, it's Maddox Plack on the mound for Harrisburg. And we'll see these two go at it. Ceremonial first pitch on the field. Hardhats in their baby blue uniforms. Rapid City across the chest in red lettering, white trim. And number below that on the chest. Numbers on their backs in the red and white as well. White pants to go along with those baby blue tops. And red stripe down the side of the pant leg. On the other side, Post 45 out of Harrisburg, South Dakota. They show an all gray uniform, gray top, gray pants. The gray top features Harrisburg across the chest in maroon lettering with a gold trim. Number below that in the maroon and gold as well. And numbers on their backs. And those gray pants feature a gold stripe down the side of the pant leg. And the Hardhats take the field here at Black Hills Surgical Hospital Ballpark, Fitzgerald Stadium, home of Dave Plouffe Field. Today's Keys to the Game are brought to you by Dakota Discount RV. Find the key to building lasting family memories with a new or pre-owned RV from Dakota Discount RV. Take a look at their great selection of RVs at 2 locations. Dakota Discount RV is across from Cabela's and also on JB Road in Blackhawk. And key number 1, get through inning number 1. At times this season, the Hardhats starting pitchers have had a lot of adrenaline and a lot of nerves. This might be one of those cases. It's in day 1, game 1 of the state tournament. Lots of nerves to work through and lots of energy ready to play this game. They've sat around all day, had to play the last game of the day, but there's a packed house here tonight ready to see the Hardhats play this game against Harrisburg. Key number 2 is to not allow the big inning. At times this season, we've seen 5 spots, we've seen 10 spots, we've seen all kinds of different crooked numbers on the scoreboard allowed. Now the Hardhats offense has the lineup to keep up with those crooked numbers, but it's a lot more manageable if you can put up zeros or ones instead of those crooked numbers. Ceremonial tap of the Hardhats around Palmer Jacobs, and we are set for baseball here in Rapid City. Palmer Jacobs, the right-hander, toes the rubber on the far right side, first base side of the rubber. Lanes in for his sign to Jake Solano. The first leg kick, and it's swung on and missed by Lincoln Carlson. Underway here for the final game of day one at 7:09 local Mountain Time. Carlson pops it up on the infield left side. Anderson didn't see it right away. Now in foul territory, a step in fair territory, makes the grab for out number one. Anderson looking straight into the sun, even with his sunglasses, did not see where that ball went. He kind of shrugged his shoulders, looked at his shortstop Wilson Kiefer, and then realized, oh hey, the ball's right above my head. Found the ball and made the play for the first down. Here's the catcher, Timon Long. He bats from the right side, one out, nobody on. Long, shorter width stance on that right side, and the first pitch misses a little bit high for ball one. Jacobs set at the chest, kicks and deals, and the 1-0 misses a little bit outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Gorgeous night for baseball here in Rapid City. Wouldn't have it any other way. The 2-0, breaking ball misses downstairs. It skipped in front of the plate, and the count runs to 3 balls and no strikes. Jacobs set once again, rears back and delivers, and the 3-0 is fouled straight back out of play. 3 balls and a strike on Timon Long. Long committed to play at a junior college in Nevada. Very talented catcher for Harrisburg. Lost a few pieces from their state tournament team from last season, in which Post 22 faced as well. 3-1 fouled into the Hardhats dugout. The count runs forward to 3-2. And the game last year against Harrisburg, these two teams played maybe the best game of the tournament. A 1-0 walk-off victory for the Hardhats over Harrisburg. Strike 3 called, dropped by Solano. He slaps the tag on Timon Long, and Long down looking for out number 2. So quickly, 2 up, 2 gone. Now these two teams met in the regular season last season, but did not face each other this year. First pitch into Noah Boshi, driven to right field. Harrison Good underneath of it, makes the grab, out number 3. 3 up, 3 down inning for Hardhats defensively, and they come to bat for the first time in the bottom of the first after this on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast booth. Sales, service, and recreation. Bottom of inning number 1, we're scoreless on the State Farm scoreboard. And the Hardhats coming to bat. One more look at their lineup. They send Zeke Farley to the plate first. He's the designated hitter here tonight. Amarian Saylor, the left fielder, bats second. Wyatt Anderson, the third baseman, bats third. Harrison Good, the right fielder in the cleanup spot, followed by Dylan Marsh batting fifth. He's the second baseman. Alex Dietrich, the first baseman, bats sixth. Jed Jensen in center field bats seventh. Jake Solano does the catching. He bats eighth. And Wilson Kiefer, the shortstop, bats ninth against Maddox Black for Harrisburg. First pitch swung on and driven to center field by Zeke Farley. Over to his right, Max Carlson makes the grab. One pitch, one out for the Hardhats offensively in the bottom of the first. That brings up Amarian Saylor. Right-hander on the mound, kicks and deals, and it skips to the catcher, time and long for ball 1. Amarian Saylor bats from the right side. He triples one to the shortstop, Taylor Klein. Up and fires the first in time, out number 2. Very quick 2 outs. Just 3 pitches needed for Maddox Black to start this ball game and get through 2/3 of an inning. Here's Wyatt Anderson. He bats from the right side. Black kicks and deals in the first pitch. A hard shot to third. Bounces off the glove of the third baseman, sure. And into left field, it'll be maybe a single for Wyatt Anderson. Either way, a runner on first for the Hardhats. They do put a 1 in the hit column for the Hardhats, and it's a 2-out base knock for Wyatt Anderson. Brings up Harrison Good. Runner on first, 2 gone. Scoreless bottom of the first. Good. Lays off the first pitch. It's called strike 1. Our umpires here for game 1 for the Hardhats and Harrisburg, as Black misses down and away with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Steve Greer from Sioux Falls is our home plate umpire. At first base is John Whitcraft from right here in Rapid City. And Johnny Kirchner from Lenox, South Dakota is at third base for this ball game. Black set, kicks and deals, and Harrison Good pops it foul and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Black works solely out of the stretch. With a runner on first, obviously he's in the stretch now. The 1-2. Upper outside edge, didn't get the call. 2's across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone. Close pitch. Few oohs and ahs from the Harrisburg supporters. Bouncer left side through the gap into left field. And Harrison Good on base with a single. Kept his bat in the zone as long as he could. He got a breaking ball and just stuck the bat head out in front and pulled it to that left side of the infield through the 5-6 gap. Brings up Dylan Marsh. 2 on, 2 gone. Marsh, a .293 hitter in the regular season. And he looks at a called strike 1 from Black. A 1. Down and away, a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Post 45 against this field in the state tournament. They're 5-1. Post 22 is 4-3. Marsh looks at a called strike 2. A breaking ball that dropped in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Hardhats second baseman. The 1-2. high. Runner took off for third. To throw down is in time to get Wyatt Anderson, and he's caught stealing to end the inning. So Dylan Marshall will lead off the second. We're scoreless through one inning of play. We head to the second inning right after this on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, service, and recreation. First pitch of the second inning, missed outside for ball one. The next pitch is swung on and missed by Jack Sutton, the left fielder for Harrisburg. 4, 5, and 6 to up for Harrisburg post 45 after going down in order against Palmer Jacobs in the first. 1-1, misses inside a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Right-handed bat of Jack Sutton. 2-1 is popped up, found, and out of play. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hardhats stranded 2, a couple of 2-out base knocks in the first inning. And as mentioned, Harrisburg went down in order. Jacobs set and ready once again. The 2-2 is a little bit high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count runs full. Carter Barenfuss on deck, the right fielder, followed by Maddox Schur, the third baseman. 3-2 misses high, ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk drawn by Jack Sutton. Start the second. First base runner of the ball game for Harrisburg. And now the left-handed bat of Carter Barenfuss. First left-handed task for Palmer Jacobs. Sidesteps and deals, and Barenfuss pops it into left field. Shallow left field. In is Amarian Saylor. A little bit to his left, and he makes the grab out number 1. So runner on first, 1 out now. Jacobs kicks and deals. The first pitch is swung on, driven to center field by Schur. Over Harrison, good to his right and a little bit back. He makes the grab above his head for out number 2. So after the leadoff walk, Palmer Jacobs has needed 2 pitches to get the first 2 outs. Not a bad bounce back after the full count walk. And it brings up Palmer Boyd, the first baseman. Right-handed bat for Harrisburg. 1 on, 2 gone. And Boyd looks at a high fastball for ball 1. Palmer Jacobs approaching 20 pitches here in this second inning. The 1-0. Swung on and missed by Boyd. Even count 1 ball, 1 strike. A watchful eye on that pitch count, especially here at the state tournament. Daily max 105. And if you want to pitch again, meaning the championship game on Sunday, you have to throw less than 80 pitches. The 1-1, runner takes off for second. It's swung on and foul tipped off the mitt of Jake Solano. So back to first goes Sutton and Boyd in a 1-2 count. A black sleeve on the right arm of Palmer Boyd. And an elbow guard on the front left elbow. The 1-2, swung on and missed. Boyd goes down swinging. And Palmer Jacobs wins the battle against Palmer Boyd. And that's out number 3. 1 stranded for Harrisburg. We head to the bottom of inning number 2. Back in a moment right here on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth. Sales Service and Recreation. Bottom of inning number 2, Dylan Marsh goes after the first pitch, pops it high and foul behind the Hardhats dugout onto the berm area over there where some young fans are waiting for it to land. And gain another 50 cents richer. Marsh pops it foul right side this time, and it's out of play on the right field berm. And fan in attendance made the grab. So 0-2 on Dylan Marsh. He was at the plate when the last inning ended, and because of a caught stealing of third base. 0-2 misses a little bit outside. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Marsh goes down swinging out number 1. Now Alex Dietrich. The first baseman followed by Jed Jensen, the center fielder. Those the 3 scheduled here in the Hardhats second. Scoreless bottom of inning number 2. First pitch to Dietrich, a breaking ball downstairs, ball 1. Alex Dietrich has come alive in his last couple games. His average up to 274 on the season. The 1-0 is called strike 1. And an even count, 1 ball and 1 strike, nobody on, 1 gone. Very slight breeze here at Black Hills Surgical Hospital Ballpark, if any. 1-1, line drive, base hit into right field in front of Carter Barenfuss. And Alex Dietrich continues his hot hitting. Going to the opposite field, it's a 1-out single. And it'll bring up Jed Jensen. 3 hits, all singles for the Hardhats so far. Jed Jensen in on the right side. First pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1. Jensen in center field. And in that 7 spot. Hitting .250 on the season, the 1-0. Thought about swinging, held up, and it's a called strike 1. A white sleeve on his right arm. Elbow guard on his front left elbow. In black. The 1-1 is a called strike 2, a fastball that time, and it's a ball and 2 strikes on number 18, Jed Jensen. Set and delivers the 1-2 outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Plack. Palmer Jacobs at 21 pitches through 2 innings. The 2-2. Breaking ball a little bit outside. The count runs full now to Jensen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Very nice crowd here in attendance. Payoff pitch. Popped up foul right over my head. And we'll do the payoff once again. Maddox Black comes set at his right ear. Cocks back and fires and misses high for ball 4. And Dietrich goes to second. Jensen draws the walk. Both with 1 out. Brings up the catcher, Jake Solano. Very nice to see the super senior Jake Solano in the lineup for the Hardhats. A little bit scary incident the last weekend of the regular season in which he took a pitch in the bullpen off of his throwing hand. Solano drives one to deep right field. Back is Barenfuss, still going back on the warning track. He makes the grab for out number 2. Both runners tag and move up, but a loud out number 2. Jake Solano just about went oppo taco. Brings up Wilson Kiefer. 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position. Dietrich at third. And Jensen at second. First pitch to Kiefer. Thought about it and laid off, but it's called a strike on the outer edge. A breaking ball that time, 0-1. Plack out of the windup. Kicks and deals the 0-1. Slow roller to his shortstop counterpart, Taylor Klein. Up and fires to first. Out at first. A bang-bang play. And Klein guns out Kiefer by barely a half a step. And that's out number 3. So the Hardhats strand 2 in scoring position. We head to the 3rd. Scoreless here at the state tournament. Back in a moment right here on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales, Service, and Detail broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. Adam Birch alongside you, bringing you inning number 3 in between post 45 and post 22. First game for these two teams here at the 2022 American Legion South Dakota State Tournament. Palmer Jacobs back to the mound. 21 pitches through 2 innings. And the first pitch of the third is a called strike 1 on Max Carlson, the center fielder. 8-9-1 due up for post 45. Max Carlson, Taylor Klein, and then Lincoln Carlson at the top of the order. 0-1, swung on and missed, 0-2. Carlson features the high stirrup socks in maroon with 3 gold and white stripes. 0-2, just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jacobs working fairly quickly with Solano. Solano calling all the pitches. Sets up inside for the 1-2. Jacobs cocks back and fires and just misses a little bit inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks in, twirls the baseball in his throwing hand. Comes in at the chest, the 2-2. Misses inside, maybe high as well, and from 0-2 to 3-2, the count runs full. Where does Palmer go on the payoff? Here it is, and it's fouled straight back out of play. And it'll land near the indoor facility where a young fan is 50 cents richer. We'll do the payoff once again. A leadoff walk in the second inning. That's the lone base runner for Harrisburg so far in this ball game. The payoff pitch is called strike 3 right down the pipe. And Max Carlson goes down looking for out number 1. Strikeout number 3 overall for Palmer Jacobs. 2 of the backwards variety and 1 of the swinging variety. And now it's Taylor Klein. Klein bats from the right side. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Klein, the shortstop, made a nice play against his shortstop counterpart, Wilson Kiefer, to end the inning and save a run. Bang, bang play at first, but Harrisburg, the beneficiaries of the out in that sense. The 1-0 fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stadium lights on here at Black Hills Surgical Hospital Ballpark. They won't take effect for a while with the sun setting. The 1-1 down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Jacobs set once again, rears back and fires the 2-1 a little bit inside, not getting that inside edge being called, and the count runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Taylor Klein. 3-1 is outside, ball 4. Klein trots down to first. The ball got away from Solano back to the backstop, and Klein stays put at first base. So the second walk issued of the ball game by Palmer Jacobs. So 1 out runner on first for the top of the order in Lincoln Carlson. Popped out, a step in fair territory to Wyatt Anderson to start the ball game. First pitch, a breaking ball, called strike 1. That was part of the 3 up, 3 down first inning for Palmer Jacobs. Comes in for the 0-1. Here it is, and the breaking ball misses high. Might have slipped out of the hand that time from Palmer. And now 1 ball and 1 strike on Carlson. Lincoln Carlson, the second baseman for Harrisburg. 1-1. As a strike on the outside edge at the knees, called strike 2. And Carlson giving a couple of nods of the head, giving Jacobs a little validation for a nice pitch. The 1-2, runner takes off for second. The pitch is swung on and missed for an out. First base was occupied, but the batter is out, and up to second goes Taylor Klein. The batter is out. That's out number 2. Carlson took off running for first, but he's out. It's a strikeout, the 4th overall, but it just trickled off of the glove. Solano going across his body to catch it. Kind of a half swing by Carlson. Here's Timon Long, runner in scoring position, 2 outs. And the first pitch blocked in the turf by Jake Solano. And Klein stays put at second base. Big spot here with 2 outs. Maybe the best hitter in this Harrisburg lineup at the plate. Jacobs, most of his body in the shadows, his face in the setting sun, as Timon Long fouls it straight back and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. And if my memory serves me correctly, when the Hardhats played in Harrisburg last season, Timon Long hit a home run. Plenty of power in his bat. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Wanted to send that one over the left field fence. Can't connect, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Long. He struck out looking his first time at the plate. 2 taps of the plate on the right side. And ready once again. Jacobs comes center, peek at second. Sidesteps and deals, and this one bounces in front of the plate. A nice block by Solano to keep it in front of him. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Solano flashes the signs. Jacobs ready. Another peek at second, double takes before he kicks and deals the 2-2. Outside edge called strike 3, and another backwards K as Palmer Jacobs just struts his way into the Hardhats dugout. High fives all around for him, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Still scoreless here at the state tournament. Back in a moment, right here on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth. Sales, Service, and Recreation set for the bottom of inning number 3. We're still scoreless. Just 3 hits on the scoreboard as well, all for the Hardhats, as Maddox Black steps back onto the rubber. Faces the top of the order to start inning number 3. That's Zeke Farley. Farley flied to center on his first pitch. He squares the bunt, pulls back, and it's a called strike 1. 0-1 on Farley. Designated hitter for game 1. Has seen a lot of time in center field as well. The 0-1 called strike 2, outside edge at the knees, and 0-2. The count now on Zeke Farley. 0-2. Chopper right in front of the mound over, and Plack makes the grab. And fires the first in time out number 1.
The left fielder, number 13, Marion Saylor.
So Farley is 0 for 2. Brings up Marion Saylor. One out, nobody on. Saylor looks at ball 1 a little bit upstairs. One-0. High as well, maybe a touch outside, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Plack kicks and deals the 2-0 outside ball 3. Hitter friendly count for Marion Saylor, presumably taking all the way on the 3-0. Into the line, he cocks back and deals a 3-0. High inside, a 4-pitch, 1-out walk drawn by Marion Saylor. Brings up wide Anderson. 1 for 1 day for Anderson. A single to get things started and get the Hardhats into the hit column. That came with 2 outs in the first. It ended up being a back-to-back 2-out singles, and Anderson was stranded at second. He looks at a called strike 1 outside edge. 0-1. Marion Saylor, his speed at first base. Plack from the stretch, the 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Anderson, a shoulder width stance on the right side, bounces the bat off his right shoulder. Pickoff move to first, and Saylor dives back in time. Wears his white batting gloves even while on base. Does Saylor. 0-2, outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Anderson laid off. A decent waste pitch by Plack. Most of the outfield now in shadows, but the center fielder shading his eyes. Fly ball to right field. Carter Barenfuss underneath of it makes the grab out number 2. Anderson went reaching for that one and went to the opposite field. Protecting with the 2 strikes, he flies out for out number 2. Brings up Harrison Good. Good is 1 for 1 with a single. Saylor stays put at first, and it's called strike. The first pitch on Good from Plack. 2 outs, Saylor aboard first. Still scoreless. Bottom of the 3rd. Plack set. Kicks and deals the 0-1, and it misses outside. Saylor had a huge secondary lead. Looked for a second, maybe bluffed a steal attempt. He stays put at first. The 1-1. Breaking ball down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Now, Timon Long has a great bat. He also has a great arm. Would be surprised to see the Hardhats try and test it. A ball that bounces off the plate, blocked by Long. And now the count runs to 3 balls and a strike. On Good. Plack stares down Saylor at first. Comes set, kicks and deals. The 3-1 swung on and missed. Saylor took off for second. He dives in safely to throw a little bit to the shortstop side of second, and that allowed Amarian into the second base bag. So the count runs full on Harrison Good. Man in scoring position, 2 outs. Plack focused on the batter now. Here's the payoff. Outside ball 4. Harrison Good draws the 2-out walk. Couple of walks issued in this inning for Maddox Plack. Brings up Dylan Marsh. Similar situation to where Marsh came up in the first inning, but didn't get to finish his at-bat as he chops one hard and foul past Coach Torvey in the third base coaching box. 0-1. Because of a caught stealing for the third out at third base, base running mistake by Wyatt Anderson. So 2-on-2 gone, same spot. He came up in the first. Only it's Saylor and Good instead of Anderson and Good on the base paths. The 0-1, breaking ball stays high, and Marsh lays off of it. Even count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Plenty of movement on that one, but it's ruled that it just didn't sink down quick enough. The 1-1, a line drive hooking left field side. That'll land fair ball into the corner. Amari and Saylor will score easily. Here comes Harrison Good to the plate. Marsh into second with a double, and 2 runs come across. The throw comes in off the glove of the third baseman a little bit, but either way, it's 2-0 Hardhats. Thanks to a 2-run double by Dylan Marsh. Post 22 on the board first. 2-0 over Harrisburg. Off on the crack of the bat with 2 outs, just about 2 feet fair into that left field corner for Dylan Marsh. First pitch on Alex Dietrich, called strike 1. Dietrich also singled his first time up, so he's 1 for 1. Plack set, stares down Marsh, kicks and deals and misses, down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Great at-bat by Dylan Marsh, and he won the battle with 2 outs. 1-1, misses a little bit high. And for Dylan Marsh on the season, that's his 5th and 6th 2-out RBIs on the year. 2-1 to Dietrich, misses downstairs, 3 balls and a strike. Black trying to refine the strike zone from 0-1 to 3-1. Marsh with a big secondary lead that time. Don't make the last out at third base though. An extra step before the 3-1, and Dietrich fouls it straight back to the screen. The count runs full to 3-2. If Dietrich would reach, Judd Jensen would be next. Black shakes off a sign, and now comes set. Double takes the Marsh, and the payoff pitch fouled right over my head. Foul and out of play to the right side. We'll do it again, 3-2. Plack, if you're wondering, is currently at 56 pitches. This will be his 57th payoff pitch, and it's a bouncer right back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, Lincoln Carlson. He fires the first in time, out number 3. But the Hardhats on the board first, a 2-run double with 2 outs for Dylan Marsh. And it's 2-0 post 22. After 3, we head to the 4th after this on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth. Sales, Service, and Recreation here at Black Hills Surgical Hospital Ballpark in Rapid City and Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium, home of Dave Blue Field. It's 2-0 Hardhats as we head to the top of inning number 4. And the first pitch on Noah Bashi misses high for ball 1 for Palmer Jacobs. The 1-0 misses low, popped out of the glove of Solano as well. 2 balls and no strikes regardless. Bashi flied to right his first time at the plate. The 2-0, breaking ball, catches the inside edge. 2 balls and a strike now. Bashi, the designated hitter, followed by the left fielder Jack Sutton and Carter Barenfuss, the right fielder. 2-1, a line drive to center field. Back is Judd Jensen. A few more steps back, he makes the grab out number 1. But basically placed pretty perfectly, fairly deep in center field, Judd Jensen. Fly out to center for out number 1. Brings up Jack Sutton. Drew a walk his first time at the plate. One out, nobody on. A bouncer up the middle. Wilson Kiefer to his left. Fields and fires the first in time. A very nice play by Wilson Kiefer, shading up the middle. And he throws out Jack Sutton. Quickly, 2 outs to 6-3 for out number 2. Now Carter Barenfuss. Jacobs kicks and deals. The first pitch to the left-handed bat of Barenfuss misses high. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Barenfuss. He flied to left field his first time. The 1-0 foul back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. If Barenfuss would extend this inning, Maddox Sure, the third baseman, would be next. Jacobs came set and then just stepped off. Not confident about that pitch. Now he comes set once again, the 1-1. Misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs and nobody on. 2-0 Hardhats on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. 2-1. Downstairs, 3 balls and a strike. That 2-run double for Dylan Marsh. Just the 4th hit of this ball game for the Hardhats. They put a little shift on with 3-1, and it's fouled straight back out of play, 3-2. With Kiefer playing up the middle, playing towards the pole side. Marsh well into right field. Payoff pitch misses outside, ball 4. So Barenfuss draws the base on balls with 2 outs. And now Maddox Shearer. Shearer fly to right his first trip. Bats from the right side here with 2 gone and a runner on first. Jacobs comes set after a peek at first. Pickoff move there. And close play. Dietrich slapped the tag on Barenfuss, but didn't get the call. First pitch to Shearer. Runner takes off for second. The pitch is a called strike. The throw down. Skips right past Dylan Marsh into center field. Close play at second. Had Marsh snagged that. It looked like Marsh was kind of slid into. And right as the ball got there, he met the cleat of Barenfuss. So a stolen base with 2 outs. The pitch was a called strike, so it's a 0-1 count. Jacobs kicks and deals the 0-1. High, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball that time from Palmer. Looks in and comes set, and now the 1-1. Side steps and delivers the 1-1 called strike 2, outside edge. Breaking ball that time. Lower, a little slower speed, more movement. The 1-2, Solano sets up inside, and it hits that inside part, but a little bit too close to Shearer. It's called ball 2. Two. Bouncer left side, diving stop by Wyatt Anderson, up to his feet, bounces one to Dietrich, the tag, and he's out. What a play by Wyatt Anderson to end the inning. Boy, put that in a highlight reel. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Hardhats. Back in a moment on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, Service, and Recreation. Ready for the bottom of inning number 4. Jed Jensen will lead things off, and he looks at the first pitch, a fastball high for ball 1. Great play to end the inning by Wyatt Anderson, the 1-0. High and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Anderson had to dive towards the third base line, catch the ball up to his feet, skipped one to first. Dietrich on the back end, snagged it and then swiped the tag. And that was out number 3. Saved potentially a run with the runner on second. The 3-0 is a called strike 1. If that ball would have got past Wyatt Anderson and went into the left field corner, it probably would have been a 2-1 ball game. 3-1 misses downstairs, ball 4. So it's a 5-pitch walk drawn by Jed Jensen to start the 4th. His second walk drawn of the ball game. And it brings up Jake Solano. The catcher, a deep fly ball to right field his first trip at the plate. Open stance on the right side, and he goes after the first pitch. Swung on and missed a 1. The classic chant, "Let's go Solano," from the dugout. Heard that several times here at Black Hills Surgical Hospital Ballpark this season. Mostly from fans. Check swing, just kind of trying to protect himself, but it caught the bat, and it's a foul ball. A difficult strike, too. 0-2 on Solano now. Shoulder width stance with the 2 strikes. Pickoff move to first, and Jensen dives back in safely. The 2-strike pitch to Solano, chopped foul behind the plate. He stays alive, 0-2. Jake Solano, a .232 hitter on the season. Another 2-strike pitch. Line drive to left center field. That's back in deep. It splits the outfielders, rolls all the way to the wall after Sutton couldn't handle it. In to score is Jed Jensen, and into third base is Jake Solano. It'll most likely be an RBI double and an error. Either way, it's 3-0 Hardhats. We'll see if they put an error up on the scoreboard. It'll bring up Wilson Kiefer. Kiefer's first pitch to him is inside, ball 1. And Kiefer looks at a breaking ball now, called strike 1 on the inside edge. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. They don't put an error on the scoreboard, so it's just a straight triple for Jake Solano and an RBI, and that scores Jed Jensen all the way from first. Plenty of speed from both of those two gentlemen. Still nobody out, a 1-2 count on Wilson Kiefer. And he swings right through the 1-2, goes down swinging out number 1. Top of the order now, Zeke Farley. Farley bats from the right side for the 3rd time and lines one to deep right field. Back is Barenfuss. He makes the grab, tagging and scoring is Solano. It's 4-0, post 22. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Zeke Farley. And now Amarian Saylor looks at a called strike 1. 2 outs, empty base paths now. 4-0 Hardhats, 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings. A chopper back to the mound as Black stuck out his glove and runs it all the way to first. A 1 unassisted for out number 3. 2 runs come across for the Hardhats. They double their advantage. It's 4-0. We head to the 5th after this on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth. Sales, service, and recreation. Set for inning number 5. Adam Birch to bring you it. And the Hardhats hanging on to a 4-0 advantage here in Game 1 of the state tournament for these two teams, Harrisburg and Rapid City, post 22. Palmer Jacobs back to the mound. 58 pitches through 4 innings. Once again, need to deliver under 80 to be able to pitch potentially in the championship game on Sunday. First pitch to Palmer Boyd. Fouled straight back to the screen, 0-1. Boyd lost the Palmer battle in his first at-bat, and he struck out swinging. 0-1. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it's Boyd, the first baseman, Max Carlson, the center fielder, and Taylor Klein, the shortstop. This part of the order is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 strikeouts in that walk. A called strike 2 on Boyd. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Leadoff man here in the 5th. The 1-2. Called strike 3 outside edge, and Boyd goes down looking. A K next to his name, this time the backwards variety. 6th strikeout overall for Palmer Jacobs. And it's out number 1 to start the 5th. Now Max Carlson. He struck out looking his first time against Palmer Jacobs. First pitch, a called strike right above the knees, 0-1. Can't express it enough. A gorgeous night that Mother Nature has given us tonight for baseball. 1-1 misses downstairs, even count, 1 ball and 1 strike. There was a little bit of rain earlier today as the ball comes into the field of play from the bullpen area of Harrisburg. It was a straight downpour in the Brandon Valley and Sioux Falls East game for maybe 3 minutes, and then the skies opened up and a rainbow in the sky. This one a base hit in the center field by Max Carlson. That's the first hit of the ball game for Harrisburg, and it breaks up the no-hitter. 1-out single for Max Carlson. A nice rainbow over Dinosaur Hill after that rain shower. Haven't really seen any dark clouds since. 1 out, 1 on. First pitch misses outside for ball 1 on Taylor Klein. 2 half sleeves, both black on his arms. 1-0, misses down and away. Breaking ball that time. 2 balls and no strikes. Pickoff move to first, and back in standing up is Carlson. Jacobs looks into Solano. Setting the 2-0. Foul tipped in the glove of Solano. Now 2 balls and a strike. Another pickoff move to first. Slops the tag on from Dietrich. Bang, bang play, but Carlson dives back in safely. Very nice pickoff move. Very quick from Palmer Jacobs. Another one. This one a little bit up the first base line. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Even count 2-2 on Klein. He drew a walk his first time at the plate. Jacob shakes off a couple of signs. Gains one he likes. Comes set, the 2-2. Runner takes off for second. The pitch is high for a ball to throw down. Skips into second. Safe at second is Max Carlson, still on base. It wasn't really a pseudo pitch out from Jacobs and Solano. It was high, and that got Solano out of his crouch. Count runs full 3-2, and Jacobs just steps off with Carlson dancing around at second. Kiefer holding him on. Payoff pitch. Down and away, ball 4. Second walk drawn by Taylor Klein, and here comes Coach Clapperidge out of the dugout. The slow walk out to the mound for Ryan Klaprich, pitching coach for the Hardhats. Having a meeting with Palmer Jacobs and Jake Solano. Here's the situation, folks. So 1 out, 2 on for Harrisburg. They trail 4-0. So the tying run is in the on-deck circle. Should the new batter, Lincoln Carlson, reach, they would need a grand slam to tie. Hits to this point are 5-1 in favor of Rapid City. Lincoln Carlson is 0 for 2. Struck out his last trip, swinging, and popped out to begin the ball game to the third baseman, Wyatt Anderson. Meeting over, Jacobs set. First pitch to Carlson, swung on and missed. Dropped the barrel over the top of that one. First pitch breaking ball from Jacobs, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Breaking ball called strike 2. 2 strikes on Lincoln Carlson. Looking for that big second out. Jacobs up over 70 pitches. That was his 73rd. Ready and set. Cocks back for his 74th, and he misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Ready once again, and the 1-2. Long pause, the 1-2. High, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it skips back to Jacobs. Marshall Wake at second, underhand flips it to Jacobs. The runners stay put. Remember, that's a live ball, that throw back to the pitcher. Pickoff move to second. Marsh sneaks in there, but just back in time is Max Carlson. Designed move with Kiefer mainly holding on the runner, but design play to sneak Marsh in. We've seen the sneak in from the first baseman Dietrich or Hollick, and this one a line drive to left center field. That'll split the outfielders and roll it to the wall. 1 run will come in and score. Here comes another run right behind him. It's a 2-run double for Lincoln Carlson. And the deficit is cut in half by Harrisburg. It's 4-2. Runner in scoring position now for Time and Long. 4-2 our score. Second hit of the ball game for Harrisburg. 1 out and Long. A high fly ball to center field. It is Jed Jensen. He's underneath of it actually. Harrison Good calls him off and makes the grab. It looked like Jensen lost sight of the ball at the last moment, but Good coming in and making the play. Out number 2. Now Jacobs faces Noah Bashi. 2 outs, runner at second. First pitch outside, ball 1. Bashi is 0 for 2. A pair of flyouts, 1 to right, 1 to center. Jacobs and now the head on the mounds. The 1-0. Inside edge called strike 1. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, really the Hardhats aren't too concerned with the pitch count of Palmer Jacobs as he approaches 80. Of course, they just want to win this first ball game, the 1-1. Misses a little bit high. Touch inside as well. 2 balls and a strike. This will be pitch number 80 for Palmer Jacobs. 2-1. Swung on and missed, 2-2. Lots of 2s on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Or 2 gone, rather. 1 on second. 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings for the Hardhats. 2 in this 5th for Harrisburg. Slow chopper up the third baseline, foul. Count stays put at 2-2. Big spot, the 3-bat of Bashi. Jacobs a deep breath and comes set at the chest. Stares down the man at second, kicks and deals the 2-2. Strike 3 called, inside edge, a breaking ball, and that's out number 3. Harrisburg cuts into the deficit. They cut their deficit in half, scoring 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning. It's 4-2. We head to the bottom half after this on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail Broadcast Booth. Sales Service and Recreation. Brand new ball game on our hands, from a 4-0 ball game to a 4-2 ball game on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. It's post 22, 4, post 45, 2. Ready to begin the bottom of inning number 5. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Hardhats. That means Wyatt Anderson at the plate. First pitch to him is called on the inside edge for strike 1. New arm on the mound for Harrisburg. It's a left-hander in Crichton. Trying to get a full license plate on him. Anderson looks at ball 2 inside. 2 balls and a strike on Anderson. Lucas Crichton. 2-1. Fouled back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Anderson. So the southpaw in relief. To start the last of the 5th. 2-2. High, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It looks like Crichton throws a little bit harder than Maddox Black. Left side working solely out of the stretch. The 3-2 misses high and tight, ball 4. Wyatt Anderson draws a leadoff walk. Hardhats have scored 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings. And really, it started with this part of the lineup. Harrison Good has scored. He's 1 for 1, a single and a walk, drops down a bunt down the third baseline. Going to be a tough play for Shearer, and safe at first is Harrison Good. Beats out a bunt single, he's 2 for 2. Perfectly placed bunt by Harrison Good. Not sure if the sacrifice was on, but we've seen Harrison try and drop down that bunt for a base hit before. And he does just that. 2 on, nobody out, 4-2 Hardhats. Trying to tack on and give themselves a little insurance. Heading into the final 2 innings of regulation in this ball game. Dylan Marsh, the new batter. A 2-run double his last trip to the plate. Facing the southpaw, Crichton for the first time. He squares the bunt and tries to drop it down, and it bounces behind the plate for strike 1. So now Harrisburg expecting bunt, but expecting a bunt to the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Boyd, creeping in. Third baseman, Shearer, still playing relatively back. The 0-1, Marsh scores the bunt once again and drops it down foul. Behind the plate once again. And now with 2 strikes on him, he has to swing away. Trying to drop it down for a base hit. He's squaring early, but offering at it, not in a sacrifice motion like he wants to try and beat it out. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Marsh strikes out swinging. Out number 1. And now Alex Dietrich. Dietrich bats from the right side. He's 1 for 2, a single and a bouncer to second. 1 out, 2 on, 4-2, post 22. And Dietrich looks at ball 1 inside. Popped out a glove of Long, the catcher. A little bit to his left side, but both runners stay put. Dietrich, that single came in the second inning. And the bounce out ended the third. 1-0. Inside, maybe down as well. 2 balls and no strikes. No numbers to mention on Lucas Crichton. 2-0 inside, 3 balls and no strikes. Hitter-friendly count for Dietrich, most likely taking all the way 3-0. Set at the belt, Crichton kicks and deals the 3-0, high and tight, ball 4. 4-pitch, 1-out walk to load the bases for Jed Jensen. So walk to start the 5th by Anderson. An infield bunt single for Harrison Good. A strikeout of Dylan Marsh after he was quickly down 0-2 after 2 failed bunt attempts. And then a 4-pitch walk to Alex Dietrich. Bases full. Meeting on the mound by Harrisburg. But Jed Jensen, he's drawn 2 walks here tonight. If he would draw his 3rd, it would be an RBI. 2 walks and a run scored for Jensen. So Crichton obviously trying to make Jensen swing the bat. And this may be his first official at-bat, 3rd plate appearance. First pitch to Jensen. 5-ball right side out of play, 0-1. So Jensen goes after the first pitch even after seeing the 4-pitch walk. Suspecting fastball after the mound visit. And that 4-pitch walk, he got it. Just fouled it away. 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2 now on Jensen. That one had some movement on it, sinking down to the lower part of the zone. 2 strikes now on Jensen. Bases full, 1 out. Hardhats trying to tack on to their 4-2 advantage. 0-2 inside at the back foot of Jensen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stadium lights in full effect now with the sunset behind me. One, 2. Chopper up in the third base line, foul. Jake Solano waiting there in the on-deck circle. Crichton shakes off a sign and now comes set at the bounce, stares down the runner at first, the 1-2. Misses a little bit high and inside. Either way, it's 2-2. Two. Fouled straight back out of play. Quality at-bat put in by Jed Jensen. Even if he's not able to win the battle, making Crichton throw plenty of pitches. The Hardhats would love to see him win the battle. Any way possible. 2-2. Strike 3 calling outside edge, and it ends with a backwards K. So out number 2, the second strikeout of the inning for Crichton. And it brings up the catcher, Jake Solano. Two outs, bases full. Big spot for the Hardhats to try and tack on. Harrisburg has a little bit of momentum after their 2 runs countered in the top half. And Solano looks at ball 1 a little bit high. He bends out of the way. One ball, no strikes on the Hardhats catcher. Crichton set, kicks, and deals the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And now Crichton trying to refine the strike zone once again. Two-0. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball. Swung right through it. 2 balls and a strike on Solano. A deep fly ball for Jake in his first at-bat. Drove a triple to the gap, left center field gap his last time at the plate. Fouls this one back to the screen. And that count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases full, 2 gone. Ended up being an RBI triple, and then Solano came in and scored on a sacrifice fly. 2-2. Downstairs, 3-2. Bases full, 2 gone. Might be the most important pitch of this game, one way or another. Full count to Jake Solano from Lucas Crichton. Here's the payoff. Back to the screen. Foul. And we'll do it again. Runners in motion for the Hardhats with the 2 outs. They really don't matter at this point unless Solano is able to drive one into the outfield. Payoff pitch again, and it's strike 3, inside edge, backwards K ends it. Hardhats strand the bases full. It's 4-2, heading to the 6th. Back in a moment on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Top of inning number 6 as we welcome you back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth. Sales, service, and recreation. A 4-2 ball game. Palmer Jacobs back to the mound for post 22. Waiting on his catcher, Jake Solano. Had to put his gear on. The throw is warm-up pitches. Big spot. Last inning. Hardhats stranded, the bases full. Not able to attack onto their 2-run advantage. We sit at a 4-2 ball game in favor of Rapid City. In the hit column, it's 6-2 Hardhats. Palmer Jacobs down for his 6th inning of work, and he starts it at 83 pitches. First pitch to Jack Sutton. High ball 1. There is a right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Hardhats. 1-0. Sutton ducks out of the way of it. 2 balls, no strikes. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Sutton, Barron, Fuss, and Shearer. Two-0. Inside, high as well. 3 balls, no strikes. Daily max for a pitcher is 105. You can finish the batter. 3-0 inside ball for a 4-pitch walk to start the 6th. And all of a sudden, the tying run comes to the plate for Harrisburg. Right now, it's Carter Barronfuss. Lone left-handed bat for either team in the lineup. First pitch on Barronfuss. A little bit downstairs, ball 1. Runner on first, held on by Alex Dietrich. Nobody out. 1-0. Outside edge called strike 1. Jacobs back into the strike zone. Barronfuss 0 for 1. A walk and a fly to left. Jacobs misses outside on the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Top of the 6th inning. Very nice game here for the final. 2-1, a fly ball to left field. Amarian Saylor to his left, coming in now, and he makes the grab with the wind gusting to his left, blowing left to right in the outfield, and that's out number 1. There wasn't much of any wind at the start of this ball game, and now it's blowing very strongly left to right, out to right field. Here's Maddox Shearer. Runner on first, 1 gone. Hardhats infield in double play depth. Runner takes off for second. The pitch is called a strike. The throw down in time. He got it. Jake Solano, a perfect throw down to Dylan Marsh. Score at 2-4. A caught stealing. Out number 2. Empty base pass, the 0-1. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Shearer robbed of a hit, potentially an RBI in his last at bat. Hit 1 to the hot corner, a hard chopper. 2 wide, Anderson, the 1-1, misses high, 2 balls and a strike. Anderson dove to his right. On the baseline, popped to his feet, fired to first, and got the out. Bouncer to short. Wilson Kiefer up and fires the first in time, out number 3. A leadoff walk, cut down by a caught stealing, and Jacobs faces the minimum in the 6th. We head to the bottom half after this. 4-2 Hardhats, heading to the bottom of inning number 6 on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports in Rapid City.
We are your community. We are your neighbors. Our family of doctors are invested in our community. At Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center, we are honored to help you along the journey from injury to recovery. You have a choice with Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center, specializing in what moves you.
Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. We head to the bottom of inning number 6. Apologize for the camera difficulties on Hardhats TV. Trying to get that fixed as we speak. It's a first pitch called strike on Wilson Kiefer. 9-1-2 for the Hardhats. Kiefer, Farley, and Saylor. And Kiefer looks at ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the camera feed once again. The 1-1 swung on and missed. A ball and 2 strikes. Wilson Kiefer here tonight has struggled. He's 0 for 2. A bouncer to his shortstop counterpart and struck out. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Another strikeout. And it's the 4th strikeout already for Lucas Crichton. He struck out the side in the 5th, albeit a very pressure-filled 5th inning. And a strikeout to start the bottom of the 6th. Here's Zeke Farley. Farley looks at ball 1 a little bit outside. 1-0. Farley 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Before that, fly to center and a bouncer back to the pitcher. Swings through the 1-0. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 1 out, nobody on. Reliever looks to be warm in the Hardhats bullpen. Farley squares the bunt, pulls back. It misses low for ball 2. It looks like Wyatt Anderson coming from the bullpen. I wouldn't be surprised to see Anderson take the 7th. 2-1 is a called strike at the knees, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anderson came on to use his senior leadership before. 2-2. Up and away, ball 3, not close. And if Anderson is able to throw less than 30 pitches, he could pitch tomorrow. 3-2 swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Crichton. And it's out number 2. 5th overall for Lucas Crichton. All 5 outs that he has recorded have been strikeouts. 2 backwards, 3 swinging. First pitch outside, ball 1 on Amarian Saylor. 2 outs, nobody on. Hardhats looking for any sort of insurance heading into the top of the 7th. They lead 4-2. Taylor looks at a called strike 1 right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Crichton set at the belt once again. The 1-1 inside, 2 balls and a strike. Ready, Cox back in the 2-1. Bounced up the third base line. Scooped on a short hop by Shearer, and in time at first, 5-3 for out number 3. And we head to the 7th. 4-2 the advantage. Palmer Jacobs coming back to the mound for the Hardhats. Buckle your seatbelts. We head to the 7th after this on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, sales, service, and recreation. It's the top of the 7th. First pitch to the Palmer Boyd, a fly ball to right center field. Back is Jed Jensen. He tumbles over and makes the grab, out number 1. Boy, Jed Jensen and Harrison Good. That wind just carrying that ball to deep right center field. And Jensen tumbles over and makes the grab allowed. 1 pitch, out number 1. Jacobs was at 95 pitches entering this 7th. That was his 96th. Here's Max Carlson. First pitch. Just missed it outside. Ball 1. Carlson, a single his last trip he scored. After stealing second, the 1-0, foul tip into the glove of Solano. 1 ball, 1 strike. Before that, Carlson struck out looking against Palmer Jacobs. 1-1. Downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. That Palmer's 99th. Here's the centennial mark. His 100th pitch of the night, the 2-1. Where did that one miss? A little bit down. Maybe inside, 3 balls and a strike. Tough to tell east-west from my vantage point. The 3-1, inside edge called, strike 2. Here's his 102nd. David Max is 105. You can finish the batter to payoff pitch. Strike 3 called, and Max Carlson goes down looking. And now Jacobs has the opportunity to try and finish this game. That Palmer Jacobs' 8th strikeout of the ball game. 2 outs. The 9th spot, Taylor Klein. First pitch. A little bit inside, ball 1. Klein, a pair of walks. And his 2 opportunities tonight. The 1-0, called a strike, inside edge, 1 ball, 1 strike. Empty base paths with 2 gone. The 1-1. A little blooper behind second base. Dylan Marsh makes the grab, out number 3. Hardhats victorious in their first game at the 2022 South Dakota American Legion State Baseball Tournament. 4-2 over Post 45 of Harrisburg. We'll take a step aside and head into our Pioneer Bank and Trust post-game show in just a few moments, right here on Hardhats TV and Fox Sports Rapid City. Welcome to the Pioneer Bank and Trust post-game show. Pioneer Bank and Trust is proud to support local sports, and they want to be your trusted partner for all your banking needs. Pioneer Bank and Trust is local. Visit pioneerbankandtrust.com. Hardhats victorious in their first game of the 2022 American Legion State Tournament here in South Dakota. Winners 4-2 over Post 45 out of Harrisburg. They will take on Mitchell. Post 18 tomorrow. Mitchell the 3 seed, Hardhats the 2 seed. And they will take on Mitchell in the final game tomorrow. That's slated for 7 p.m. local mountain time tomorrow night. Let's talk about this game, however. The Hardhats and Harrisburg knotted at zeros through the first 2.5 innings, and before the Hardhats finally got on the board in the third inning. It came up with a couple of walks drawn by Amarian Saylor and Harrison Good. 2 outs. Dylan Marsh comes to the plate. Records his 5th and 6th 2-out RBIs on the season. A 2-run double for Dylan Marsh put the Hardhats on the board. 2-0 heading into the 4th. Nothing for Harrisburg in the top half. The Hardhats would add 2 more in the bottom half thanks to an RBI triple by Jake Solano. He would be later driven in by Zeke Farley. A sacrifice fly and an RBI to right field for their 4th run of the ball game. It's 4-0 at that point. Harrisburg countered right away. Top half of the 5th inning, 2 runs of their own. A 2-run double by the leadoff man, Lincoln Carlson, scoring Max Carlson after his 1-out single and Taylor Klein after his 1-out walk. And that cut the deficit in half to 4-2. After that, it was all Palmer Jacobs. He was able to finish the ball game and record a complete game victory in the first game of this state tournament for the Hardhats. So that leads us into today's Claiborne Los and Sabres player of the game. Whether it's divorce, injury, or a business dispute, when you need someone to step up for you, the law office at Claiborne Los and Sabres is always ready. Just Google Claiborne Los and Sabres in Rapid City. Palmer Jacobs is tonight's Claiborne Los and Sabres player of the game. A complete game for Palmer. Went all 7 innings, allowing 2 runs. He struck out 8 and only walked, got to do the math, 1, 2, 3, 4. Struck out 8, walked 4. That's a pretty good night. And Palmer Jacobs earns the victory, a complete game victory, 4-2. The Hardhats victorious over Harrisburg in game 1 of each of their state tournaments. So the schedule for tomorrow. Game 1 at 10 a.m. will feature Pierre Post State against Brandon Valley Post 131. Game 2 at 12:30 p.m. will feature Post 320 and Harrisburg Post 45. Then in the winner's bracket, the 4 o'clock game will feature the number 1 seed Post 74 Brookings against the number 4 seed, no, actually number 5 seed Sioux Falls Post 15 East. And in the nightcap, the 7 o'clock matchup is Mitchell against Rapid City Post 22. A reminder, all those games will be streamed live. All the games except for the Hardhats will be on one stream. We'll take a break and start a new stream for the Hardhats game tomorrow night. And we'll have that game on Fox Sports Rapid City as well. So until tomorrow night, my name is Adam Birch. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Hardhats victorious tonight, 4-2 over Harrisburg in Game 1 of the state tournament. Have a wonderful evening.